Joe Biden's getting desperate because Americans aren't buying his Bidenomics nonsense. Only 14% of Americans say they've been helped by Biden's economic policies. And Trump's mopping the floor with Biden on the issue, up 20 points in the latest poll. Biden needs a villain to distract Americans and convince them that his policies aren't to blame. So the grumpy old guy's now taking his anger out at greedy grocery stores for higher prices.
For all we've done to bring prices down, there are still too many corporations in America ripping people off. Price gouging, junk fees, greedflation, shrinkflation. We're tired of being played for suckers.
But wait, it gets even dumber. Biden is going to war with Snickers for shrinking the bars.
There's about what's happened with the Snickers bars. Yeah. Snickers bars, you know that candy? Yeah. Well, they haven't raised the price of a Snicker bar. They just took 10% of it out. Oh, no, it's less smaller. So that's how they're making more money.
Greg.
Yeah.
Did you know that Snickers shrunk the bars?
I have a theory that he came upon the Halloween Snickers.
The minis.
Yeah, the minis. And he's going, what happened to the Snickers? And then they gave him some soup and he went to bed. You know, he's calling Americans suckers for paying for their groceries. Not all of us can steal. I mean, I'm not part of a gang that can smash and grab a Target and steal $900 worth of stuff. So I guess we are all suckers for paying. But he has no concept of the economy. He always blames the outcome for the cause. Why would stores, I mean, does he believe that stores artificially inflate the prices when all they do is try to sell stuff as cheap as possible? That's their strategy to compete. Right. Does he think that they met and decided, all the stores met, we've got to fix them. We have to fix the prices. Is that what he wants us to think? No, the reason why we're having problems is because of gas prices, theft, which is amounting to the billions, printing money to give to other countries, illegal immigrants, and student loan deadbeats. Biden's voting bloc. I mean, he has no concept of how an economy works. And he should actually thank, it's weird. He always goes after stuff that keeps America afloat. Right. Grocery chains, oil, a border, law enforcement. He should thank God for capitalism. If we didn't have food, if we didn't have gas, if we didn't have cheap booze and Amazon and Netflix, the public would have seen through him ages ago. We got plenty of bread and circuses to keep us going to not notice it.
And it seems like there's this new strategy. They're all going to go after gouging. Here's Liz Warren, Dana.
From Doritos to Oreos to even toilet paper. These big corporations are shrinking how much they give us. Corporate executives thought we wouldn't notice, but they're wrong. We noticed. It's time to crack down on corporate greedflation. I'm fed up. No pun intended.
She needs that toilet paper because she's full of what?
Crap.
Dana.
I mean, it really worked well for her in 2020, this line of argumentation. Plus, do you remember the Putin price hike? Mm-hmm. That was what he blamed on gas prices. And I think the one thing that we do not talk about enough is how the Biden administration's energy policies have made everything more expensive for all of us. And that could be for years to come, unless it is somehow reversed, because a lot of these companies make decisions now, and they look 10, 15, 20 years in the future. And if they don't think they're going to get those permits approved, they don't make the investment, which means you don't get the jobs, which means your energy prices go up and your national security goes down.
Harold, when you open up a bag of potato chips and maybe there's 6 less chips than there used to, do you feel ripped off by Big Chip?
I feel grateful because you know me. You see me every day before the show.
You're slim and slender.
But I eat a bag of chips. This is not the strategy that I would be using. I think that there are a number of other things that I think resonate more with voters. And I've never been a believer in picking on American companies, be it oil companies, unless they've done something illegal. And I don't know what they're doing. I mean, the age-old message of making communities safer, making our schools work better, making prescription drugs and insulin cheaper, protecting our border and ensuring that Putin does not prevail in Ukraine. That seems to me something better to be ticking off than taking on a local supermarket, because there are a number of communities throughout America that don't have supermarkets in their communities. You have food deserts in a lot of cities and a lot of rural areas across the country. So I would change that one up a bit.
You know, this is a direct attack on Judge Uncle Giuseppe's.
It is a direct attack on Uncle Giuseppe's and the Judge Janine chocolate apple. Okay? I'm glad you mentioned it, and I didn't. Okay, look, there's a reason that Trump is mopping the floor with Biden in terms of the economy. People don't believe the nonsense about Bidenomics. People have to buy bread and milk and cheese and meat, and it's just, it doesn't matter what he's talking about. He can talk about Bidenomics till the cows come home. The prices are staying up. And the truth is, if he wants to blame, remember a couple of years ago, we blamed big meat. Remember that one? There was the big meat. Oh, they're no good. And if people are price gouging, Mr. President, get your attorney general, if he's not too busy going after other people, to prosecute price gougers, because that's a crime. And in the end, the guy knows nothing about the economy. He knows nothing about business. All he's done his whole life is cash the check that he signed on the back or that his son gave him. But I'm not going there, Harold.
Go blue.
You can go there. It's fine.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.